All right, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Looks like we are good to go. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Hey multi-stacker, happy for you to. Thanks for joining in. Sorry, it's been a freaking long day, and it's going to be even a longer one. But I have been able to stream the last couple weeks because of being sick and just being busy with a bunch of other stuff. So I wanted to get a freaking stream out here today to talk to you guys about what's happening with Bitcoin. It's pretty much a continuation of what we thought might happen here as far as we held that bounce. We had that smaller breakout. Momentum hasn't really gone up just yet, but because we're playing around with those moving averages, things can really pop off in a great way. So things overall looking pretty good. For us today, I have a few things. And hey, DJ Air Money, happy to see my man. Hey, E-Trev, happy to see you as well. Few things. So I do got my cigar case. I'm going to smoke a cigar with you guys here in a little bit. It'll be pretty fun. Just chill out for about an hour or two and just kind of watch Bitcoin's price action as we try to figure out where this thing is going. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm expecting for Bitcoin, but at this point, I think it's better just to kind of give it a week or so before you guys all go gung-ho. However, I will say for those of you guys who have been wanting to dollar cost average or have been dollar cost averaging with me, you're starting to see some payoff finally. After what's been, as you guys can see in a few minutes here, this chart, it's just been kind of a downward sloping chart, down, 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 down. But now you're starting to see some profits if you guys were dollar cost averaging. So that's always a plus right here, right? So, hey, Puma, happy to see my man. Thanks for being a member as always. Same with you, Crypto Ricky. I appreciate you guys a lot. What's up, Michael? How was your New Year's? It was chaotic. It was good. So you guys know I've been like going through like health changes. I go to the gym every day. I have these, I don't have one with me, but I basically go like through these factor meals now. So I have these like pre-done, what do you want to call them? Pre-done meals. They're not frozen, but I guess they're like refrigerated or something like that. Whatever. It's good food, but there's like 500 calories a pop, right? And so I was talking to my doctor, talking to a nutritionist, and I was trying to find out the easiest way for me to go about this. So last few weeks, along with my ear having that issue, right, which it still hasn't 100% healed from, by the way, which is a pain in the ass. I've been going through a bunch of health changes, right? The only really unhealthy thing I'm doing right now, literally, is just smoking cigars, and that's like, I don't care at this point. I smoke them every now and again, not too often, and everything else, it's working out well. However, when I first started dieting and all this stuff, I cut down on my food intake, cut down on a bunch of crap I was eating, right? I have no chips, no nothing like that in the house, nothing. Just some factor meals and some frozen fruit, which goes into my smoothies and my protein shakes. But like apparently I was getting like nutrient deficient for a minute. And so I just got really sluggish, headaches all the time. So I wasn't streaming for like the last like week and a half or whatnot. Mostly because I was just like trying to get my nutrients in order. So what I'm doing now is I got a bunch of pills I take every morning just to make sure, not like a bunch of pills, just a couple pills I take every morning to help with nutrients. Take some fiber pills. I take my instead of just having water and protein shake, now I have water, frozen fruit, protein shake, a protein powder, and a banana in there and stuff. So kind of back to normal besides my ear, but the ears, it's gonna be fine. So yeah, I've been going through a bunch of stuff. I've lost about 15 pounds so far over the last month. That's really good. But again, my body wasn't ready to lose 15 pounds in a month. Basically, what's been happening is I went to ChatGPT. I was asking my doctor, for some advice. He's just a family doctor. And what ended up happening was, I'm a really big dude. I'm supposed to be eating about 3,500 calories a day to maintain my weight, which is a shit ton of calories, right? But what I've been doing over the past week and a half to 2 weeks, specifically besides the working out, is I hopped on these factor meals, which only give me about 500 calories per meal. So I have 2 of those per day, and then I have eggs, and I have a few hard-boiled eggs. With my eggs, I take a teaspoon of cayenne to like get my body heated up and start the metabolism process, which is pretty cool. One of my friends actually told me about that. And so I've been doing all this stuff health-wise, which is great, great for the long term and stuff like that. But my body had a rough time adapting to all that. Like I'd already been eating healthier foods, I would say. I was already like eating better, doing a little bit of exercise, but I kind of just like used the last week and a half, 2 weeks to just become fully disciplined with it. So where I go to the gym every day for 2 hours, and if I go to the gym every day for 2 hours, that means my entire schedule just gets fucked. And that's basically what you saw happen over the last few weeks. I have not been streaming as much as I wanted to, and that's why I'm streaming at 1 o'clock instead of my normal 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock time. So all this wacky stuff is going on. I got some business deals I got done on the side outside of YouTube, and that took some time up as well. I got some stuff I'm going to be doing with the state here pretty soon, which will be pretty fun. I'll let you guys know more about that in February. But yeah, I've been going through it. I've been going through some shit here. And look at, you guys can see this. I got to drink like one of these every day, and it's like, 1 o'clock, but I'm pretty much done. I'll be up to like 12 o'clock tonight. And look at that, it's not too bad. Technically, I think I'm supposed to drink more than this per day, but like I'm working my way up to drinking enough water. So yeah, I've been on like a health thing. I don't want to call it a cleanse because I'm still eating tasty food. It's just, you can taste that it's not high calorie food, if that makes sense, but it's still tasty. But yeah, I got a bunch of salmon, broccoli, stuff like that. I'm using these factor meals right now to actually figure out what I'm going to do with my own personal meal prep. So I've been testing out like salmon and rice, salmon and cauliflower mash. I just had some pasta a few minutes ago. It was like pasta with chicken. I didn't particularly like it all too much. It's just not enough sauce for me. And so I'm testing all this stuff, and then I'm gonna make it myself, and then I'm just gonna do the same portions and whatnot, but instead of paying a bunch of money from Factor, which is like cost me like $150 a week or something like that, I'll be able to do it myself. I'm even getting started with some lean ground turkey, which has actually been tasting pretty good. So, doing a lot, but I'd say it's worth it for long-term health and all that other type of stuff. I'm not gonna get cheesy with it, but I'm fat. You die earlier if you're fat, so let's get skinnier so I can live longer and be healthier and stream more and be more active and not huff and puff when I'm talking. The typical stuff, right? The typical stuff. And what you guys talking about? Thoughts on MOG and SPX? How high do you think these blue chips can go? Cycle-ins May. I don't know when this cycle ends, to be honest. We're in these really weird consolidation times here. Remind me about those two though when I go over to technical analysis here in a few minutes, because I can definitely break those down. Bought a Tesla Lotto 400 call, expires today for 67 to 92. Oh, how'd that one work out? I know Tesla's been going through some shit the last couple days. Getting old. Yeah, DGA. I'm 30. I'm getting up there in age now. I'm not in my 20s no more. And hey, Rosman, happy to see you. Everlasting Bliss, that's a very USA water picture. I know, but it tells me that I start up here every day and I go down, down, down. Yesterday, I only got to here the whole day. Now, I did drink water when I was out and about. My sister went back up to college, so it's back to me and Loki in the house. So I did drink a lot at the restaurant, but basically, I only got to here. Today, not leaving the house, I'm here. I'm sure I can finish this by midnight tonight. Although, yeah, I'll probably finish it by then, or at least that much water throughout the day as I kind of move around a little bit later on tonight. When I want to lose a pound a week, I increase my cardio 250 calories a day, and I decrease my calorie intake by 250 k a day, net 500 calories a day. Change, it works. See, for me, when I go to the gym, because of my weight, height, age, for my 2 hours, I'm usually burning about 1,300 calories, right? I start off with my workouts first, and then I go over to cardio afterwards. And then after that, I usually go on a mile walk a day with Loki. I don't like the mile walk. I'm probably going to stop doing it, to be honest, because I prefer the bike that I have in my house. I might just take Loki on a half a mile walk. But for whatever reason, my right foot, it's like plantar fasciitis or something like that. Like you can feel it kind of separating a little bit. And I kind of just want to let that heal. I thought it did heal, but apparently it didn't. So I might try to get some type of band or something to help me with that so I can go on those longer walks again. But usually I've just been taking Loki out to walk and stuff, and it's been a good time. I'm up 1,100%. I sold it. Oh, geez. Yeah, you made some bank off of that one then. There you go. Thanks, people. I appreciate it. 30, you're a baby. I know. Yeah, man, baby, I know. Well, you guys can't tell. I'm going to give Loki a treat so he can run off here very fast. He's patiently waiting, even though I just gave him a treat before you guys came out here. This was my sister's Christmas gift to Loki. It was a bunch of duck necks. This is the last duck neck. And you can see somebody peeking over right now. Wait, sit. Thank you. All right. Scoot over. That's not what I said. Okay, good boy. And then off he goes, running into the sunset. But my hair barber stylist person, she's been out with influenza the last few weeks. So my hair, my beard, everything is just a mess. You see that hair like all to this? It's normally all trimmed up. If I pull my hair down, look how far it goes down. I'm freaking like Prince right now. Like it's a freaking hassle. Which means more cleaning, more shampoo, more, you know, more conditioner and stuff. And it's, oh God, I'm losing my mind right now. I think I got to go to another stylist actually later on this week and just like get it over with. Normally I would go to her on Sunday, so I'm gonna send her a text and like, do you still have influenza? If she does, yeah, I'm gonna go to a different stylist because my hair is freaking wild right now. Again, you know, it's just wild. I mean, yeah, what do you call those? A widow's peak, but a furry widow's peak? Oh God, yeah. Then I put my hair back up and you can't even tell it's actually that long. All right, but anyway, guys, let's get started here with what's going on. With the charts, the last few times we've talked, it's really been about can Bitcoin hold, can Bitcoin bounce, and just things like that, right? And during that time, we were just going to be doing our dollar cost averages and hoping that we can make some money off of any reversal that could happen. If it was short term, long term, medium term, or I should say short term or medium term, we're hoping for something like that. Right now, though, we've seen Bitcoin have that breakout. Last time we talked, I had this. There you go. I had that on the screen. And then we talked about if there's a breakout, you can try to buy that. It might be kind of volatile, so be careful. So like a lower leverage type of play. However, the momentum wasn't there just yet, so I wasn't too excited about it. At this point in time, you are seeing that momentum can definitely break out to being bullish here over the next couple of days. Let me just kind of squeeze this in very fast. Oh, that's the opposite of what I was going to do. There you go. Yeah, you can see that we're on the verge of a bullish MACD on the daily. The weekly's still been bullish overall with the MACD. However, the stochastic and RSI are bearish on the weekly. And see right here. There you go. All right. And so if we're lucky and we have everything kind of realigning like it was before, I think we have the opportunity to test back out this Fibonacci level around 104,000 bucks. My concern is typically when we see these types of breakouts, they don't actually make new highs. They rarely do. Instead, what typically happens is, let me draw this down here so you guys can see a little bit larger. What typically happens is we break out, we have a nice move, right? Then we come back down, and then what ends up happening is we now have a different trend, right? But we have this descending triangle, if you will, and then we're waiting for the breakout there, and that's when everybody buys. That's what I'm probably expecting to happen at this point, honestly. If we're lucky, we'll have some type of parabolic move, and it'll take us to the heavens, and everything will be fine. For me, I kind of like this theory because it does kind of time up a little bit better to Inauguration Day with Donald Trump. I do think he may, I'd say 60 to 70% chance he will talk about Bitcoin. He is known for kind of going on these longer rants about whatever he feels like. So going off teleprompter, right? Sometimes it's very good, sometimes it's a little wacky, but it doesn't really matter because, again, we just want to hear about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology and Bitcoin. If he says any of those words, right, and how he's going to help Bitcoin, that'd be like the first time I think ever that a president of the United States has actually talked about Bitcoin in their inaugural address, which of course could really get Bitcoin soaring because everybody will be very excited. Everybody will be watching it. It'll be one of those moments where the whole country's like, whether you hate Trump or love him, you're going to be like, is he saying it? Is he saying it? Is he saying it? Or they're just going to be looking like a normal people saying, what's he going to say now? What's he going to, that type of shit. However, still looking pretty good. All right. I'm going to smoke a cigar with you guys in a little bit. I haven't smoked a cigar in a minute. Also, we're looking at a little bit of a death cross here between the 20 and 50. And even when we had volatile times before that, right? Death cross here, remember that big pump. We still took a little bit of time to get back on track. After that death cross, even though we pumped up, again, going in ahead of it. Right, this one we came down into it. went down into it, still managed to pump, still took a little bit of time before that larger breakout. So I'm treating this more as an accumulation phase over here, right? I think it's better just to accumulate, do your dollar cost averaging. And just as a reminder, you know, when we started this dollar cost averaging, it was right after the Fed, right? That was right back over here around the 19th of December. And if you're like me, I was also doing dollar cost averaging all through here, but it was a little bit different because altcoins weren't really pumping as much, if you remember. Let's take Dogecoin for an instance. Right, this was the Fed. I started dollar cost averaging a little bit over here. Remember, Bitcoin didn't go down as fast. But hey, stop licking your paws. It's always such a weird, nasty sound. What do you call? Last few days, if you've just been buying some Dogecoin, you could easily sell it here for easy profit. You could scale out right now. You can do whatever you want to, but you have some profit right now. Even if you did your first buying up here, the next two, whatever, made it come back down and you're profitable right now. Whiff, same thing. Bonk, same thing. Maybe not as profitable, but same thing. Miro, getting there. Miro may be a good buy actually. Pretty soon it might pop up back up to like a penny. Or 10 cents, yeah. Baby Doge, something similar. STMX, not as much. Book of Meme, similar. Sheeb, okay. Pepe, oh yeah, beautiful so far. Let's check out the AI tokens very fast. Fa, no, so okay, that was a different circumstance. Fetch, yeah, okay. And Amar, okay, it's getting there, but not really that great. Tractor, a little bit iffy. Mana, okay. Sand, okay. So, you know, you still have some opportunities, I would say, at this point. As far as like the big two, you know, Ethereum, yeah, it's working out in your favor if you did some dollar cost averaging. Solana, oh yeah, it's definitely, and you got a breakout, and you probably got a momentum shift right now. You got a momentum shift 2 days ago on this one. Is the weekly chart still good? And the weekly chart's still good. I don't know how I missed it. Oh, I missed it because it was the holiday season. That's how I missed it. But yeah, lots of good stuff here. And if you just take a peek on the weekly chart for Bitcoin, you can see that support level we're trying to hold. Nothing crazy's come out of this yet, but in the short term, we are bullish. And I think that's good news here. Have a glass of 1942 next time you're at the Cigar Lounge. Oh, I can't remember the last time I had that. Maybe, I think my grandfather has some at his house. I remember I tried a couple of his drinks. I'm like the only person in my family that drinks alcohol. So it's, that's kind of weird. Nobody else, like I'm talking about like cousins, uncles, so that I'm the only one that drinks alcohol. So when during Christmas, I'm the only one that like goes into the back bar that's meant for like hosting parties. And I'm like, get me a couple shots of tequila. I can't deal with the family. I'm going to chill out and put my headphones on and look at the charts. Oh no, not even this year. This year I didn't even look at charts. I looked at places to travel. It was actually pretty fun. Beast Brother, I'm proud of you, inspiring me to fool my fat ass need to follow. I think the only thing that's hard about me losing weight right now is just the discipline needed to do it. Then I realized like I have to be disciplined in order to trade, just like kind of focus that and hone it into like working out. But for me, I would say that besides discipline, it's just the time component. Like having an hour or 2 hours to work out it's a large chunk of your day, right? And I usually wake up around 8 o'clock in the morning now, and then I'm usually up to about like 1 o'clock. So I'm kind of working on 7 hours of sleep right now. It'll get better as I kind of get my workflow in order and all that type of stuff. But it's just, you know, it's something I have to deal with. And I've decided to get a little bit less sleep and then focus on it. Sometimes I get like 9-10 hours of sleep, not 9, like 8-9 hours of sleep, maybe 8 hours of sleep. But again, you know, it's something about me having ADHD. I cannot just fall asleep. I have to be like up for like a half an hour before I fall asleep. What do you think of craze about XRP and how much do you think it can go? For me, XRP, I mean, I like it. I hold it. This weekly chart, man, I mean, it can definitely go higher. You can see it bouncing off the support we talked about. It's doing great. Awesome. For me, you know, you're still loading up at this point, but you're getting towards the end game with this one as far as opportunities to buy before a breakout, I would say. This thing should continue to go higher over the next few months. For me, I'm thinking maybe $5 to $7 at the max. I'm not good at forecasting tokens like that. I usually just watch Bitcoin. When I see Bitcoin faltering, I'm like, okay, I'm selling the majority of my tokens right now. During that crazy altcoin season where everything's going parabolic, that's typically how I get out of the market. But for me, I can probably see $5 or $7 in there pretty easily. It's kind of weird because we're not used to XRP having those moves. But, you know, after holding for years, I better get some type of return out of it, right? Diet is the hardest part. See, I'm using my crypto profits to pay for food, so I don't have to worry about the diet. I see, this is where people say like money doesn't buy happiness, but like it makes it really easy. Like I'm literally using, yeah, I'll show you this website very fast. Right, this website right here, get my nutritional meals and all that type of crap. But it'll go to my page because I'm logged in. Yeah, it's trying to show me my meals coming next week. I just pay for healthy meals. I look at the box when I get it and it says 550 calories for this and all the ingredients and stuff like that. And I'm like, boom, that's what my nutritionist said I should get. You know, I walk through all this stuff with my nutritionist, which costs money, and you know what I mean? But then I'm only doing this stuff so I can test it out, and then I'm gonna even save myself more money by I'm gonna pay a lady to help me out to do a lot of my meal prep for me. So she's gonna cook my turkey for me, my broccoli for me, my quinoa for me, and stuff like that, and then all these different types of flavors, seasonings, mixes up and stuff like that. So money helps a lot. Spent the last few days in the ER because my FIL should be okay, but seeing all the overweight people into there makes me want to finally make the change. Hey Folsom, what do you call? Good luck, man, because it's worth it. As somebody like in the transition of doing it right now, talk to a nutritionist, talk to a doctor, do the basic stuff there. But like, once you kind of understand what you're supposed to do, it's more of just changing the lifestyle, and like your life is pretty set in stone for most people. So it's like trying to change a tanker. We're just like slowly moving it. I'll give you guys some more health updates. I'm not. I was sponsored by this health company. I didn't continue the partnership because the Majoran, whatever the shot is they were giving me, my stomach didn't feel right with it. It didn't hurt. It wasn't bad. It just didn't feel right, and I didn't feel like if like my body's telling me this doesn't feel right, I probably shouldn't take it. That kind of makes sense. So I stopped it. And right now I'm just strict meals, strict diet. If I do go off my diet, I spend that time up in the gym. Last night I went to the crab pot place. We know, got the crab boil because my sister was leaving and I wanted to treat her. And I ended up, we ended up doing a crab boil with me, her, and my grandparents. And it was freaking delicious. Crawfish, shrimp. I had like 1,000 mussels. Oh my god, it was delicious. But you guess what? I had to like spend that. I only ate one factor meal that day, so it ended up being okay with the gym. But like, I had to think about all that type of stuff, which is something I used to not think about at all. Ozempic it up. What criteria do I use for my support and resistance? Moving averages, Fibonacci levels, grand Fibonacci levels, not like the little baby ones you see every day trading, but like the big ones that you see over weeks of charting action, weeks of price action, excuse me. And then just troughs and peaks that are very visible to the eye, right? This is a pretty big peak. This is a pretty nice trough. This is a pretty big trough right here. So I'd say trough, peak. This is a support. This is a support. This is support. You can always use things like smart money concepts to kind of make it easier for yourself. But yeah, there are tons of levels you can use. I mean, like tons of support, right? Resistance, resistance, resistance up here, resistance. It doesn't matter all too much in the 15-minute chart, but once you get to the higher time frames, it matters a lot. It's why yesterday we ended up dying off for most of the day as we tried to break through the 50. Once we broke above the 50, we were cleared to try to break out above the 20. But you can see right here, see how the 20 kind of kicked our butt right there? Level of resistance. I use the 20, 50, and 200 SMA, simple moving averages. People will give you a whole bunch of different moving averages to use. I would say test them out and see which ones you like the best. There we go. All right. As far as everything else right now, last 24 hours, ENA is up, SPX 6900, Internet Computer, EOS 88. I'm looking at some really good moves here. I'm actually going to move over from this viewpoint over to this one so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just going to scroll down very fast. Look at that, Brett, Doge. Fart coin still going crazy. Why fart coin? I don't know, but it's just that perfect amount of humor, I guess. Floki, Ondo, DYDX, Litecoin. So we're looking at some pretty good moves. Now, as far as what's not doing hot, there is actually a few things. FTX, Virtual's protocol. Again, Virtual started a very good week, so I'm not too concerned. A very good month. Pudgy down a little bit today. I wouldn't say that's a bad day. Bit get down a little bit. Again, not a bad day. So just a few of them right there. And if I go back over here. Last 7 days, these are your top big coins. SPX 6900, Fartcoin, ENA, Stellar, and ADA. I would be looking to day trade these because the day-to-day volatility has been freaking great on them. I don't know much about, honestly, SPX 6900, but Fartcoin, ENA, XLM, and ADA. Good opportunities, I would say, for those swings. You can actually see today they're actually pretty volatile as well. Let's see. As far as memes are concerned, let me see. Pepe. This isn't loading properly, but that's okay. AI, will it load there? Yeah, a little bit better. Okay, yeah. Near's up, ICP, Render, Virtuals. What about some of our low market cap ones like Rose? That one's down. Oh my god, that one's down. Turbo's up. That's nice to see. Liverpool. I don't own this one. Oh no, but it's 14 bucks. Yeah. Grass. I don't own this one. Where am I? I got them starred. Oh, Fala. Fala's pretty much unch. Oh, this must have had a pretty big run up, 84% last couple weeks. That's why it's down so much the past week. Let's see. Oh no, we talked about Fala already. Yeah, I did have a big pop. Humans hasn't really done anything all month, actually. Up about 1.5%. OLC is down 9% for the month. Is it up a little bit today? No, it's not. So we're still seeing lots of opportunities for dollar cost averaging. Hash AI, something I have. Do I have in here? No, nothing else. Okay. See any news on CNBC. I did watch this live. Republican Mike Johnson elected House Speaker after dramatic vote reversals. I wouldn't say it was dramatic as the news was like portraying it to be as, but it was like he lost the first vote, he won the second vote. When I look at that and I think about like just what I know about politics, which is a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, like I felt like the people were always going to put him back in charge, the Republicans. They just wanted to send a message so they can come back to their constituents and say, hey, we tried, we made sure to hold him accountable. We're holding his feet to the fire. We voted him in, but if he lets us down one more time, then we're going to take him out. That type of, chest pumping right there. But yeah, that was interesting. Tesla was up 8%, Nvidia's up 4%, 10 years up 0.5. Wow, that's actually quite a bit. MicroStrategy's up 13%, Super Microcomputers up 10, 11%, and Vistra Corp is up 8. There's some pretty big movers here today. I hate that. Dollar Tree is down, surprise, surprise. Course Beverages is down. I don't even drink beer anymore because it's not good for me. My doctor said if I'm going to drink whiskey. And I was like, okay, that's what I'll do. How's gold and everything looking? Oh, gold is not looking the best right now. Coming down a little bit. Consolidating. Let's just call it consolidation. Got rejected from the fib level. Dow, NASDAQ, SPY, all consolidating here. Russell trying to make a comeback. Russell got slammed by the Fed. Oil. Oil. I only have a few oil stocks left. I've told you guys that a few times, but it's all in ZOM. I wonder how ZOM's doing here. It's still, oh no, it lost some momentum the last few weeks for sure. So I did a pretty good job of selling up here. I really wish I still had that Pioneer Natural Resources, but it was acquired by ExxonMobil. Okay, it's not too bad. Now. And hey, Verla, happy to see my man. Hey, Steve, my ear is better. It's not 100% back to normal, but it is much, much better. Doc gave me the pass. I would have went straight to the liquor store. I don't even buy alcohol anymore in the bottle. I'll only drink at the cigar lounge now, or maybe if I'm out and about with family or something like that. Like last night when I was at the seafood restaurant, I had some stuff to drink, but it was just one shot. I typically don't drink more than like 5 shots a week, typically, unless somebody buys me drinks, which has been happening a lot lately because of the holidays, right? Let's see. Okay, thoughts on Mog. I wanted to come back to that one. And you were talking about how high do they go? Oh God, yeah. See, I'm horrible at this type of stuff because I'm not built for like how high. Like, is it really gonna go? Let me see. I would say at least to 0.4010856. I could easily see getting back up to the height point here, just because the market cap is not as crazy as it once was. I would say I'd probably be getting out of like 80% of my assets here with Mog between these two right here. Between the 409648 and up here around 17916 is the last 4 digits there. Or excuse me, last 5 digits there. That's what I'd be looking for Mog. Now, of course, I could always go higher, I know. But during this time, you ask me again, I'll have a completely different answer based off of what Bitcoin is doing. Right now, Bitcoin's still holding fine, and in fact, I think Bitcoin, yeah, there's not much of a chance of a Bitcoin death cross happening right now. We'd have to see Bitcoin have a complete collapse, and then that would lead to Bitcoin, you know, talk about having a rough year. Yeah, that'd be a rough year for Bitcoin. So over here, gotta take a sip of water here very fast. Herbs are calorie free. I'm nice. I'm trying to give up alcohol this year. Spent more than my 20s drunk. Oh yeah. What do you call it? For me, I don't know. I enjoy drinking. I enjoy hanging out with friends. But like, I've started, like, if I know my budget for drinking for the night with like maybe 4 shots, right? My budget is like gonna be $100, something like that. I might as well just order like depending on what type of lounge you go to. Sometimes you get really high quality drinks for cheap because it's not overpriced, right? I can get a 14-year Macallan, I think it is, or maybe 15-year Macallan, whatever. One of those nicer drinks. I'm no Scotchy snob. Or I can have a Glenfiddich 15 years, something I drink quite often. And you just sip it, and you just sip, maybe some ice into it, you know, but just sip, a rock or whatever, sip. You know, warms up your stomach a little bit. I like stuff like that. Doge is making up time. Which Doge? See, now there's too many Doges out there. Dogecoin? Yeah, Dogecoin's doing it freaking fantastic. I love it. What I'm about to do here, let's see. I'm going to find a small cigar to smoke with you guys because I haven't smoked in a minute. And I wanted to smoke with you guys. I do have a small one. Oh, I can actually show you something cool. One of my friends bought this from me. So it's let me just take it out of the coffin actually. It's a nice little rare opus here. Really nice quality one. It cost a pretty penny. It's definitely over your $80 range here. But I'm going to enjoy this sometime, just not entirely sure when. With these types of cigars, I want to do it with a celebratory tone, so I think when I have a business meeting next month, actually this month, I guess now, I got my friend some cigars, but they were kind of pricey, so I didn't buy one for myself because I was like, I'm not going to appreciate them because I bought them. So I'm going to have some stuff there. Maybe I'll smoke it there. Actually, after this, after this, I'm going up to a cigar lounge in Seattle. And I am going to be making some more moves into being a cigar influencer as well as a cryptocurrency influencer. It's still going to be like 90% cryptocurrency content on my channel, but like every now and again, you're going to see me streaming, and I'll be smoking a cigar while I'm streaming, giving you guys my thoughts on the cigar, and then we'll be just talking about the economy, fucking around about whatever you guys want to talk about, stuff like that. I think it'll be pretty fun. And then my video will maybe be sponsored by a cigar place, if that makes sense. Well, that didn't work out as much as I wanted it to. That's okay. All right. This is ice cold because I grabbed it from my car. There we go. It's kind of, when it's really cold and frozen, the heat doesn't go out. It just kind of stays on, which is kind of crazy. But it kind of like self warms itself up with the flame and stuff, and it works out. It's good. This is a nice Maduro. This is not an expensive cigar. This is a Flor de Antigua. Antigua? Tigas? I don't know. It's a good one. It's a cheap My Father cigar. I enjoy them a lot just because they have some good flavor, and they're just a little bit of a more full-bodied experience, I would say. They're not high-end cigars by any stretch, but I think I do enjoy them quite a bit. This is one of the few cigars I actually buy boxes of because it's just a good pastime cigar. I really wish I could send you some Cohibas. I never really smoked them. I prefer my pipe. I was thinking about doing a couple pipe smokes eventually, but I gotta wait on that. Piping, I think, is just a lot more work from what I've heard, and so I gotta just get ready for all that type of stuff and get like a place for me to put all that stuff in there. You have 2 boxes. If you email me and my email address below, I'll send you my address. And if you want to send them though, that's only if you want to. You will see me smoke them live though, as a little bit of a flex. Did I say Bitcoin will go down because of the death cross? Well, the death cross on the weekly chart hasn't happened yet, and the daily one hasn't happened yet. My opinion right now is, if you guys recall, I think it was back over here because I haven't been able to stream with you guys as much. I gave us a 60% chance of going down and a 40% chance of going up, and I explained that, like, hey, I know people might think it was like a 70% chance of going down and stuff like that, but I think there's a little bit of an opportunity there. I was wrong about that, right? So in theory, kind of yes. It was more when we had to break it over here, I started to get more optimistic and bullish once the MACD started to straighten itself back up. But yeah, I thought that with a 60% chance, yeah, we were going to be going down over here. So yeah. That's why I was only able to make a trade over here and not over here. Although, I don't know if that's really worth a trade in my opinion. When are you going to make a lot of money from promoting cigarettes? Send some to Romania. Cigarettes, what do you call it? I've only smoked cigarettes, I think, twice in my life, and it was when I was in college. And I was hanging out with, actually, my friends were from Saudi Arabia. And they convinced me to try some cigarettes, and they were like, oh, don't worry, it's not going to be bad for you. It's like double filter. And I was like, okay. And I tried a couple. They were fine. I just want the taste in my mouth. Oh, man. But as far as Romania, I don't know. Too many international rules. And hey, here, I'm happy to see my man. Happy New Year. Neat lighter. Kind of look like you tased the cigar. Yeah, I mean, I have a few different lighters out there. I spent a little bit of money on them. But this one right here, it's just, sometimes you need a freaking big jet. And I'll show you this very fast. I think you guys can be able to see this. So you can see the flame. See how it's kind of big right here? And if I can even make it like this. like you can kind of see the light, but yeah, it's great. You know, if you ever have a problem like it doesn't turn off, you just close it. The propane or whatever, the butane's still going, but it's not being the oxygen is eaten up and there's no longer fire. There was a very scientific way of saying that, but I just spaced out for a second. But yeah, there we go. Pipe smoking has learning curve. I know, but see, the people that are going to be sponsoring me, they specialize in really good pipes. All right, let me see if I can show you this very fast. If any of you guys are in the Seattle area, oh my God, okay. Well, if you're in the Seattle area, you can imagine this is the stadiums right here. Down here in Soto, it's called FK Kirsten Tobacconist Cigars. I mean, these are the guys that are sponsoring me. We haven't finished up everything just yet, but I'm pretty much getting started with some work today with them as I become an influencer. There's like an influencer part of this, and there's actually like a paid help portion of this. But they got these like all really cool cigars. Not cigars. They got cigars too, but pipes. And I wish they had pictures of all of them. Oh, they do have pictures of all of them. Okay. You know, bronze jewel, medium light, mandarin smooth bowl, black lucite mouthpiece, I guess? I don't know. I've seen local politicians that work in our state capital, Olympia. I've seen them up here getting pipes. There's some really classy pipes too. But I mean, they got all the accessories, bowl reamer. I don't even know what this stuff means. Rubber O-rings. Yeah. And these are not all the pipes they have. They have a lot of other pipes. They actually have a pipe made from some special material that you can only find in Turkey, but it's a Trump head. It's freaking hilarious. And you guess you can design your own, I guess. Oh damn. Okay, so you can do a bunch of stuff here. I'm more of a cigar guy because I don't know how to smoke a pipe just yet. I clicked on cigars, but it's laggy. Oh, they don't have a photo of it, but I can. I wish I could make this larger. It's inside of a place called the Shop. So basically they have a whole bunch of like luxury cars lined up, and these are all luxury cars owned by Seattle's elite. And a couple of my friends actually have cars in here. And they basically just pay to keep their cars here in a nice safe spot instead of having to worry about, you know, Seattle theft and whatnot. But I mean, are you really going to have a car like that in your parking lot? Probably not. A motorcycle with a moose head on top of it, that might get hurt by the elements, you know. So a lot of crazy stuff. But they got a bunch of old and new cars. Here's the tobacco area. They just got a bunch of expensive opuses, like a bunch of expensive stuff. There's like a 1950s Bugatti or something right there. That one's still there. It's pretty cool. This is when I first moved in a few years ago. I'm looking at that. This is all different now. But yeah, it's just a chill little spot. And they have a private lounge in the back where you can just like chill and have a good time. And that one's a members only lounge, but still it's a just fun time. Really fun time. There we are. But I'm going to try pipe smoking eventually. They got a bunch of tobacco in there for pipes as well. Cigarettes are nasty. Never mind, lightsaber. Oh yeah, looks like my money burner. I know some people that burn thousands of bucks on cigars every month, tens of thousands of bucks on cigars. Actually, I know a lot of people. I know people from humble beginnings like myself. I know people that were born with silver spoons. I know a lot, and it's just a crazy time. Although I will say, when you meet people at cigar lounges, you're gonna meet people that are filthy rich, and you're gonna meet people that are like blue collar jobs, and we all get together. We have a fun time. It's great. Yeah. You're gonna want to use the wooden kitchen matches for a pipe, not the torch. No. I got a bunch of different matches for it. I mean, I got matches like this. If you can see it, it's like a little tiny wooden match, right? I got cedar sticks. I got a bunch of different stuff, but I'd have to get like a whole package, everything just meant specifically for pipes. And I talked to the tobacconists because those people have been making cigars for freaking ever. Like, I think Eisenhower had their cigars. Eisenhower, right? You know how freaking old, long ago Eisenhower was, you know, so they got some history behind them. Estate pipes are the way to go until you find your preferred style. Oh. I smoke Hoya de Nicaragua. Ooh, nice. Pipes can get crazy expensive like the Danish axe style. See, there's just so much stuff. Like, maybe I'll show you guys a couple pictures of their pipes sometime and just post them online because they are just, wow. I like them a lot. Got your wax pen. There you go. And hey, Mo, happy to see you, my man. What's up with Bitcoin 99.2 fib and liquidity? Depends on what you mean. Right now, Bitcoin's running smack up and against levels of resistance. Go to that 4-hour chart here. Fibs, whatever you want to say it, we're hitting it right now. And this is why I was like, you know, I don't feel like it's appropriate to buy right now, but off that breakout that we talked about before, yeah. You can see the breakout. Worked out fine. Although there's a big fake out right here. People might have tried to do that breakout right there and it went shoot, shoot, you know. That's why you have the stop loss down low. And you're fine. I did a small trade the other day. But that didn't net me a crazy amount of profit, just some profit. I would, because the daily momentum wasn't there, I didn't make it a huge trade like I normally might. I made like a real small trade kind of because it was a higher risk position, right? There was one thing I wanted to look at with you guys very fast, if I can pull this up. I have to stop my music though. I have to pull up the desktop audio. You guys may or may not like this video, but this is gonna be about Bitcoin, a Bitcoin video, and Jim Cramer's discussing it. But this is the only big video I saw today from CNBC about Bitcoin. So hold on a second here. Let me move my water over. In fact, let's take a sip of water. Make sure my volume is okay. And then let's see if this works out.
Time now for Stop Trading. Jim.
One of my favorite companies is BlackRock, and they have an ETF for Bitcoin. They've showing declines, $330 million in Bitcoin pulled out yesterday in Bitcoin. 3 consecutive days of decline. That is atypical, and I think that I like Bitcoin, and I think people should watch it, and maybe if they haven't bought it yet, they're going to get a chance. There you go.
Do you think it's cooled off enough?
No, I think it can go down a little more. 90 is the next. I think 90,000 is the next level where I think people should buy some.
Buy Bitcoin.
I think it's a nice hedge because I'm back to the $36 trillion.
What has to work for Bitcoin to work? Is it the NASDAQ?
Look, I think it is about animal spirits and younger people, and it's being driven by options on Robinhood. We don't talk about Robinhood enough. That's where younger people are. The big firms have all missed out on the younger people, and Robinhood, they'll stay with Robinhood forever. And if you look at the chart, there's a stock that knows what the hell it's doing.
All right. So he's saying to stop trading Bitcoin. I'm hoping that means Bitcoin goes sky high over the next few days, of course. But let me put the music back on after I lower the volume back down to 30 decibels, 4.3 decibels. There you go. All right. But he said to not do that at 96,800. It's up to 98,200 now, and it went all the way up to 98,800. So, but he does make a good point about support being around 90,000. It's just that we bounced here so many times. You know what I mean? I feel like it's very difficult to make calls for Bitcoin like for 1 week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks out. I spend more time obviously looking at the charts than Jim Cramer does, but I think you really have to take understand what Bitcoin is doing, where we are in the cycle, and have that mentality to say, hey, yeah, we're still bullish right now. I'll let you guys know when we're not bullish. It's all with the weekly charts here, weekly and monthly charts, but for now we're fine. It's just more of the day-to-day price action, and most people don't lose sleep over Bitcoin's price action, to be honest. What they lose sleep over is their altcoins, because the altcoins go. I mean, for heaven's sakes, let's just talk about Ethereum. This is a 4-hour chart. Within 3 days, Ethereum lost 25% of its value. And that's the second largest cryptocurrency out there. That's what people lose sleep over. That's what people lose sleep over. Excuse me. Oh man, got to be careful not to inhale the smoke. But yeah, so it's always interesting to see what people think. But what do you guys think about Jim Cramer? I do like his point about 90,000. He thinks we have more room to come down. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I think we're still in an optimistic position now since we managed to bounce back up a little bit more here. We may not break out to go to crazy all-time highs, like I said before, but at least we're consolidating. That consolidation to me is good. Made a bet against MicroStrategy right before the close in case rejection of 100. I think that's an okay one. MicroStrategy has been all over the place, and there's been some hedge funds actually shorting it as well, which has been pissing off Michael Saylor apparently, but also, you know, if they're doing it as a hedge because they own Bitcoin, I really don't see a big problem with that, to be honest. I think it's just a way to, you know, just again hedge your bets. Nothing crazy there. You're trying to curse us watching Cramer? It's not a curse if he's saying Bitcoin's going down. That means Bitcoin's going up, isn't it? Right? But maybe it is a curse to watch Cramer. It's funny because, you know, he usually is very loud and bombastic, and he pretends like he knows everything. With Bitcoin, he has to like try to think like, he has to really put some thought behind his answers, because the cryptocurrency community will just freaking make fun of him all night long on X. You know, he hates that. He definitely hates that. I remember when he used to shit on us. Yeah, remember guys, one of the reasons, this was back in 2020 when they were shitting on us a lot, especially 2019, they were shitting on us a lot. I told you guys, just wait until there's some money for CNBC and news organizations. That's when they start to really change who they are. Remember, this is more of a political bending thing, but if you guys watch CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, stuff like that, right? Back in the day, if you looked at their chyrons, it'd be very simple. You know, President Biden speaks, President Trump speaks, speaks on immigration, some of that, right? Now it's like President Biden gives glorious, you know, a speech, something like that. You know, I'm exaggerating, of course, but all because there's more money in that. All of a sudden, you see CNBC. CNBC now has CNBC Crypto World, whatever it is. I'll pull it up for you. And it's the front page thing, right? How AI partnerships could drive Bitcoin mining stocks higher in 2025. Crypto World. They are pushing it because they want to be the place to go when you have questions about cryptocurrency. Now, they're trying to compete with people like me. I don't think they're going to be able to be honest. And that's basically, like you can see, 20,000 views, 5,000 views, 27, 15, 21, 1. I don't think they have the trust that's needed, and they haven't been in the space for a long enough period of time. How do I say this? They don't have the right vibe to be crypto in crypto, if that makes sense. Now they're more of that corporate crypto environment, but in reality, you know, you go out to these events and it's just a whole different ecosystem. When you're meeting with the people that own these companies, like the owners of Tron, or the people that work for Tron, or it could be the people that work for Binance or KuCoin, the exchanges, or the people that work for BlackRock, people they send out here. Sure, they can be in a little bit more of a professional atmosphere, but at the end of the day, they're going to have a good time. They're going to shit talk with you. They're going to have a blast. Whereas the CNBC types, they're looking for reasons to really shit on Bitcoin or to make a good story that's dramatic because they need more views, more money. Remember, legacy media, you know, it's just slowly dying. And this, I think this is only on YouTube here. I don't think it's anywhere else. Videos, playlist. Squawk Box, Mud Money, Smoke on the Street. Jesus, how many playlists they have? Closing Bell. Yeah, I don't see the Bitcoin one in here yet. Oh, crypto. Well, there we go. Jeez, I'm just blind.
Today, Bitcoin hovers
All right.
at $97,000 level to close out the week.
I'm hitting pause. Okay, there we go. All right, they've been doing videos for a long term. Oh, this is not the video I chose. 7 months ago, right? So they've been doing videos for a minute here, but again, just not the right people. Although sometimes the news is kind of interesting, but I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I feel CNBC can be very combative with crypto people. If you guys remember, not Do Kwon, CZ. He went on there and they were just very disrespectful to him, like really like just a distasteful tone. No matter what you think of the guy, if he's going to be on your program, at least show him some respect. And I think that's what you're kind of missing from CNBC. They kind of feel like they're uppity, and crypto is still such a new thing that they can act however they want to with you. And I don't think it really works out that well for them as far as like what I like from CNBC. Like I'll play their videos, sure, you know, I don't care about bring awareness to them, but as far as like, do I want to chill with them? You know, if I see them at a conference, hell no. Do I want to do a back room, like, you know, go to back room and talk business with them and say, hey, you know, I'm thinking of expanding and being on your show. No, maybe about Fox Business, maybe Bloomberg, perhaps. You know, I think Bloomberg's much more liberal than CNBC, but CNBC just has this tone with people that really irks me. Yeah, but he definitely used to shit on us. Kramer lies sometimes. Oh yeah. He definitely does. You know, if you don't trust Kramer, trust Nancy Pelosi. The day Nancy Pelosi leaves Congress, it's going to be like a really sad day for us all. All the easy money she gives us. Oh, man. There we go. Dogecoin's still doing hot right now. But again, you're seeing everything kind of cool off a little bit as Bitcoin hits that level of resistance. Not a crazy thing, but it's something you notice, right? Something to notice. All right, there we go. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Seems like the chat kind of cooled down a little bit, which is fine. I know I was going to stream for you guys for about an hour or so. I'm going to try... Well, I'm going to stream tomorrow. Normally I try to take the weekends off, but I haven't been streaming enough. So I'm going to stream again tomorrow, and I'm going to stream again Sunday. The times I am not sure of just yet. But again, guys, I'm trying to put out as much content as possible, so I'm putting out a lot of shorts lately because that's the easiest thing for me to put out. Later on today, while I'm at the Cigar Lounge up north, I'm probably not smoking up there, but I'm gonna go take some photos with some cigars and stuff like that. I'll post them online, and I'll also take some videos of me just checking out some cigars and things like that. And I hope you guys just enjoy the footage and stuff like that. How to avoid taxes in crypto? Don't make any profits.